I haven't even got into the fucking half of it if you think about it. I mean, Manchester bombing. That's a lot. Like you're asking for us to put up with 80% good people, let's just say 80%, and then 20% we don't know what the fuck they're thinking, and we have to let all of you in with this religion. When really and truly we look at the religious text, and we look at the Sunnah, we look at the Surah, and we look at the Quran, and we can boil down that it's a very, very offensive religion, and I don't mean that as in to be disrespectful. It's a very combative religion.
Okay, so let me finish off my point, and then I will come back to the Quran. So as I was mentioning, our government, and by the way, I'm born in England, I'm British, and I absolutely respect the law of this land. We are, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, meaning all praise to God, we respect the law of the land. We live our normal lives. Alhamdulillah, we contribute towards society. And I think if anybody came to the mosque that I am an imam at, you will see a lot of the work that we do at the mosque. And a lot of the, I think, people who are benefiting from this are non-Muslims. For example, I gave just before.
Can I ask something?
Yeah.
How would you explain radicalization coming out of places like Finsbury Park Mosque? Is that just because I'm not here to? But listen, sir, you can't ignore these. These are you can't move the goalpost and then say, oh, but this is just a few bad apples. This is a surprising amount of terrorism coming from a very small minority of people, you know. And then we take the polls and we see that we see polls like most of them agree that violence against British military is completely okay. Why do we get results back like
Yeah.
that?
So again, let me just complete the point I was making. So let's go, for example, back to the Iraq war, right? Where our government went in to Iraq, a country, and we claimed, along with the US, that Iraq had weapons of mass destruction. We know what the end result was. Now, we can't bomb somebody's country and kill like a million people, and then at the same time bring them in to our country as well. What you mean?
I don't really see how this is fair because you can see quite a lot of perspective change on specifically, and I'm not saying this is what I don't understand with people in my generation. They seem to think that because of the whole. By the way, we've just put out an arrest for Benjamin Netanyahu. I know better late than never, but I'm telling you right now, this is really foreign affairs that haven't got anything to do with the British public. You know, you really can't put this on us. You know, and I agree with you. I don't agree that the Balfour Agreement is legitimate. I think it's completely well. Let's be honest, it's Jewish. And if you really want to take it out on somebody, I don't think taking it out on English people in such a because if you are going to be completely honest with me, you will see that there is a huge Muslim aggression towards native English people, and not just that. It's no secret anymore. It's actively.
So two points there then. Number one was about the Quran you made, and number two about the aggression towards the native people, the white indigenous that you're referring to. You've said you've read the Quran, you've read the translation.
No, I've never said I've read it, but I've
Okay.
studied enough of it. I'm not going to sit here and say that I could quote. You know, the same way I wouldn't expect you to know everything off the top of your head, but I can go with enough of the basics to have an understanding of what you're going to tell me.
Okay. But what is your, from what you've learned, you said for example, violence in Quran. Could you give me something from top of your head so we can just sort of have a chat on that then and clarify that? I mean, because that's the whole purpose. Because when we dialogue, we remove a lot of misconceptions, and I think that helps. That would help our followers as well.
All right. So
Yeah.
when Muhammad come across the lady who committed adultery, he had her put to death by stoning. Okay. And when Jesus came across the same situation, he stopped the crowd from stoning her and said, "Those who have committed no sin can then throw the stone," and everyone left. Now, obviously, that's a huge difference, and you guys believe that Prophet Muhammad is the perfect individual. Now, that can't be true.
Right. Have you